In today's video, we will introduce the ETAS Analytics Toolbox, short EATB, and what it can be used for. After this introduction, you will know the tool and have a broad overview over its features. We will answer the questions of what is EATB used for, what are EATB reports, and what are their benefits, how to create a first EATB report, and how to continue your EATB journey after this short introduction. Let's start by having a look at the tool at a very high level. The general idea of EATB is that you have a potentially huge set of measurement files. This may be hundreds or thousands of files consisting of hundreds of gigabytes or even multiple terabytes. These serve as an input to EATB, which then will create a report based upon these measurements, providing visualization, validation, and reporting. A key advantage of EATB lies within the EATB configurations that configure how to create a report. This configuration contains all the business logic of what you want to analyze or visualize and the validation rules that need to be verified. The key takeaway is, EATB takes two things as input: a set of measurement files and an EATB configuration. The output of EATB is a report for these measurement files. Since the main output of EATB is the report, let's spend a few moments looking at what benefits these reports contain. I promise, this is the last dry slide before we will get our hands dirty and jump into the tool. Firstly, and potentially most importantly, you can use EATB reports to validate the contents of your measurement files and identify potential threshold violations. Besides checking these constraints, the report provides you an easy and interactive way to visualize them and to jump into an in-depth analysis. This already tackles the second point, visualization. The reports are structured into chapters and sections that contain visualizations. These allow you to easily grasp the status of your data and see their distributions and behaviors. This leads to the next aspect. EATB reports with their visualizations allow you to explore your data for interesting correlations or potential areas of interest without already knowing hard constraints to validate against. Although it may be obvious, EATB reports can be used for reporting. You can export reports in different formats and use them for storing and communicating the status of your project or measurement data. Note that you can export your reports as fully interactive self-contained HTML files that anybody can use, independently of whether they have EATB installed on their machine or not. Lastly, you can share them with customers, colleagues, and whomever you like and discuss the aspects of interest. So now, finally, let's jump into the tool and let's have a look at EATB in practice. An EATB report contains interactive charts and a multitude of different visualizations you can use. Let's have a very short look at this demo report. As you can see, there are a lot of different visualization types, ranging from more simple histograms and time plots up to more specific visualizations such as GPS plots, contour plots, or heat maps. A very important aspect to EATB reports is the so-called traffic light. This shows you directly whether there are threshold violations within your measurement files or not. In our case, we see a red traffic light indicating issues. We can see that there are issues in the chapter's calibration, chart types, and thresholds. For demo purposes, let's have a look at a violation within the thresholds chapter. In the chart, you can see a plot visualizing the relationship between air charge and engine speed, as well as the configured thresholds in red. As you can see, there are some outliers that lead to the mentioned threshold violation. EATB allows you to easily inspect the individual points, telling you which measurement files did lead to the observed sample and what point in time within the measurement file is relevant. Additionally, if needed, EATB allows you to jump into an in-depth analysis of the measurement file within MDA. It creates an XDA file that can be opened in MDA and that then will show the relevant signals at the relevant point in time. As you can see, MDA is showing the signals of the EATB plot at the given time in an oscilloscope. This can be used as starting point for digging into the nitty-gritty details of this violation. As earlier mentioned, EATB can also be used for data exploration. In this plot, for example, you can easily see some points that seem to be outliers. EATB's visualizations allow to perform such visual inspections of large datasets. Let's take a step back and have a look how to create our own report from scratch. As a first step, we will import the signals of a measurement file. We select Signals, and then Load Measurement File. For our short demo, we use a measurement file of EATB's demo measurements called GPS Video Demo Drive.mf4. Once the signals have loaded, All signal names are available within EATB's graphical report creator called Config Creator. Let's switch to Config Creator to create our first configuration and report. We create an empty chapter and section and add a histogram to it. After adding a title and selecting our signal to be plotted, our configuration is ready for evaluation. Here we'll plot the signal vehicle speed. Let's resize the histogram to fill the full section. After saving the configuration, we can click on Evaluate to create our report. On the New Report page, our configuration is pre-selected. Besides this configuration, we will select GPS Video Demo Drive.nf4 as a measurement file to be processed. Once we click Create, the report generation will start. It will take a few moments to create the report. By the way, EATB can be executed in an automated and headless way as well. You can use this to, for example, automatically generate reports in a regular manner. Now we can have a look at our first created report. You can see that the vehicle in this case spend most time of the measurement file at 0 km per hour and round about 46 km per hour. As you can see, you can create configurations and reports in EATB within a few minutes. Besides creating configurations in the graphical config creator, EATB offers two other ways of creating configurations. Above the selection of our config creator configuration, you see the inputs for those two other options. You can use the legacy MATLAB API to script configurations using the EATB MATLAB library. Or you can use the new and modern EATB Python API for scripting reports. See the demo folder shipped within EATB for demo MATLAB and demo Python configurations. At the end of this short video, let's have a look on where you can continue your EATB journey from here. Be aware that EATB offers documentation on how to use the graphical user interface, the MATLAB API, and the Python API. These are helpful resources for getting started or looking up details regarding tool usage. A good next step is to create our large demo report that we have seen earlier on. Here I shortly show you where to find it and how to run it. The demo report is a combined report consisting out of MATLAB and Python parts. Therefore, we have to select both entries here. Additionally, we select a DCM path, since these are part of the large demo as well. Be aware that EATB ships with a multitude of other demos that are good points of reference when working on your own configurations. You can find these further demos in the shown folder. Last but not least, you can reach our support team by contacting us through the contacts listed in the tool. Additionally, our field application engineers at EDES are happy to support you in your first and the following more advanced steps with our tools. Thank you for your interest in our tool. We hope that EATB can support you in your daily work life and will empower you in your journey towards tomorrow's automotive software.